Okay guys, so last class we had seen about annotating objects, and now in this class we will see about calling database functions. So for doing that, I will have to import first the func class. So I will import from django.db.models import func. I will import func. Okay, and I will import it. Now we're gonna give our customers a new field over here. So, and that field name will be full name. Basically, there will be two names, first name and last name. So those two names will be we will be creating a new field and we'll giving that field a entire name to it. Okay, so for that purpose, what we are going to do, we'll write query set equals to, since it is a customer, so I'll have to use customer class. Okay, so customer dot objects dot annotate. Okay, and inside this, what we will do, we'll write full name equals to, and you will use func class which we have imported, so I'll write func. Okay, and inside this, what we'll do, we'll give some argument. So first thing is that first we'll have to reference it using f object, so I'll write f and then we'll give first name. Okay, so I'll write first name, and this should be there inside a quote. Okay, all right. Now the second thing is that again we'll use f object and give it as last name, so I'll write last name. Okay, now inside this, after this, we will have to define a target function. So target function I'll write as function equals to concat, so I'll write function equals to concat. Okay, and this should be there inside quote. All right, now if I save this and if I run my terminal, some syntax error is showing. Okay, I'll go to playground.hello. Okay, now here you can see under SQL you have a new field called full name, and inside this these names are there like Fadra, Kohat, Mara, Kamek, but there should be a space in between. Okay, so to introduce this space, what we'll do, we'll introduce a space in between first name and last name. So I can simply write and gap, but what will happen, this particular query set doesn't take this particular kind of thing, so I'll have to wrap it inside a value function. Okay, so I'll use value, which I have already imported it, and I'll wrap it inside this. Okay, now it will introduce a space in between the first name and the last name. So I'll save this, I'll go back to my browser, refresh SQL, and now you have a space in between. You can see, so all of these are having a space in between. So this was all about calling database function. Now you have another method to do this. So what we are going to do over here, I'll use a concat method. So concat method, for using that, I'll have to first import that concat method. So over here I'll write from django.db.models.function. okay, import concat. Okay, so I'll add concat. Now I have imported it. So what I'll do, I'll delete this. So here I'll use concat method, so I'll write full name. Okay, full name equals to, I'll write concat. Okay, and inside this I'll write first name. Okay, first name, and then I'll pass a value function. I'll write value, and inside this I'll pass a blank, so that there is a difference, there is a gap in between first name and last name. And then I'll pass in last name, so I'll write last name. Okay, save this and go back to your browser, refresh, go to SQL tab and see the result. is same as the previous one. Okay, so this way you can call database functions. All right, now what we are going to see, we are going to see a grouping object. So let's say sometimes you want to find out the number of orders each customer has placed. So if you go to annotate class, and over here, if I delete this right now, okay, I can simply write order count. Okay, order count equals to, I'll write count. Okay, and then I'll pass the thing which I wanted. So for example, for timing, just let it be blank. Now if you go to a customer class, okay, here you can see that you have different fields, but here you don't have fields so called order. But if you go to your order class, where is the order class? Yeah, in this order class, if you see, customer is a foreign key to the order class. Okay, so what will happen, Django will automatically create a reverse relationship, and the name of the field with which it will create is order underline set. So here if I write order underline set, if I write, so if I write like order underline set, it will give me an error. I don't know why Django has given this convention, but it only takes, if I write order, then it will give me correct thing. So this C should be capital. Okay, so if I go back to my browser, refresh it, go to my SQL setting, you can see here the order count number, it has shown to you 511. This customer has 0, this customer is also having 0, then 2, 5, like this. So this convention you have to use for grouping the data. So this way you can find out the number of orders each customer has placed on your basically form. So this way you can find out grouping data. Now working with an expression wrapper. So expression wrapper is another thing which we are going to see here. Earlier we had seen the f object, q objects, then value functions, like that, and similar way it is a derivative of the base class. Okay, so if I write, let's say if I first, what I have to do, I have to import the expression class. Okay, so from django.db.models. Here I can import expression class. So I write expression wrapper. Okay, now that I have imported it, what I can do, I can simply come over here. For example, let's say I want to find give the 20% discount to all the products which I am having. So for that purpose, I could have written over here, instead of customer, I'll have to write product. Okay, product.objects.annotate, and here let's say I write discounted price, equals to, I'll reference it using f object, and then I'll reference the unit price. Okay, and this will be multiplied by 0.08. Okay, so that this will give you 20% discount. Okay, now what will happen if I write like this, it will give me an error. So if I just save this, if I go back to my browser, refresh it, here you can see expression contains mixed type. Basically it means to say we are mixing the decimal as well as the float field, so that we cannot do it. So for that purpose we are using a expression class. So I'll simply, to keep the code clean, I'll use over here, I'll write expression class, expression wrapper. Okay, and inside this, what I'll do, I'll copy the entire thing and paste it over here. Copy, Control X, and paste it over here. Okay, now this will be nothing but discounted price. Okay, discounted price equals to expression wrapper discounted price f of unit price into 0.8. Now After that, over here, what I'll write discounted price equals to, okay, discounted price equals to discounted price. Okay, all right, save this and go back to your browser, refresh, you go to your queries. I think something wrong has happened. Query set product or objects or annotate expression wrapper. So here I have given a discounted price equals to expression wrapper, discounted price equals to so and so expression wrapper, and inside this expression wrapper I have given, okay, this need not be that, this is sorry, expression wrapper f of unit price into this thing. And here what I have to do, I have to specify the output field. So I'll write output field equals to I'll put decimal field, okay, and this decimal field should be an we should make an object out of it. So you should not put just decimal field, you should put a parenthesis after that. Okay, so basically why I have put decimal field, because when you sell some items, it will have some decimal values. So to avoid the basically rounding up issues, you should always use decimal, so that it will stick to that particular point instead of rounding it off. Okay, so that's why we have used the decimal field. Now if I save this and I go back to my browser, refresh, go to your SQL tab. I don't know why this is 4 queries I have been sent, but I'll get back to you on this after some time, after resolving this. But the thing is, you can get the discounted price over here. So see, discounted price, the unit price is 4 rupees, and now after 20% discount it is giving you at 3.2. Similarly 84.64 rupees or dollar, you can say, it is giving you at 67.712, and like that it has induced the discount price. Okay, you can change the discount price also, and you can see the results have changed. So let's say I give 60% discount, so 0.4 I'll use it, refresh, go to your SQL tab over here. Here you can see, so 4 rupees item has been 4 rupees item has been given at a price of 1.6. Similarly 84 rupees item has been given at a price of 33.856, and like that. So this is all about working with expression wrapper, guys. Okay, and if you see over here, you have selecting all these things from the store product, and here giving this thing unit price into 0.4 as a discounted price. So you can see the query and not understand what exactly is doing. Okay, so that's all for this lecture, guys, and I'll see you in next lecture. Till then, you take care.